नमस्कार दोस्तों, विश्व संवाद एजुकेशन फाउंडेशन एवं NIMCJ की ओर से मैं कौशल उपाध्याय आप सबका स्वागत करता हूं। दोस्तों, सामान्यतः जब हम टीवी या अखबार खोलते हैं तो हमें ज़्यादातर नकारात्मक समाचार ही सबसे पहले और बड़े मोटे अक्षरों में दिखाई देते हैं। विशेषतः कोरोना की महामारी के समय में ऐसे नकारात्मक समाचारों ने अनेक लोगों की मानसिकता को प्रभावित किया है। इसी के बीच समाज में कुछ अच्छा काम एवं सकारात्मक खबरें भी होती है। ऐसे समाचार हमें प्रोत्साहित करते हैं और कुछ नया करने की चेतना भी पैदा करते हैं। इसी विचार के साथ हमारी संस्था के निदेशक डॉक्टर शिरीष काशीकर जी के मार्गदर्शन में हमने आज से कुछ 14 महीनों पहले अच्छी खबर की शुरुआत की। संस्थान के प्राध्यापक एवं PG तथा UG के छात्रों के साथ मिलके हमने कई नए मकाम हासिल किए हैं और आज हम इस विशेष न्यूज़ बुलेटिन की प्रस्तुति के अर्धशतक तक पहुँचे हैं। इस 50वें एपिसोड की प्रस्तुति के लिए हमारे साथ 2 छात्र जुड़ेंगे, लेकिन उन लोगों की प्रस्तुति से पहले मैं हमारी टीम के सभी सदस्यों को अभिनंदन देना चाहूँगा और इच्छा करूँगा कि हम इसी तरह आपके साथ जुड़ते रहेंगे और अच्छी खबरों के सिलसिले को आगे बढ़ाते रहेंगे। अब आगे के समाचारों की प्रस्तुति के लिए हमारी छात्रा विधि शुक्ला को मैं यहाँ पर आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा। धन्यवाद।
Hello everybody, greetings. On behalf of Vishwa Samvad Education Foundation and National Institute of Mass Communication and Journalism, I, VG Shukla, welcome you all to yet another episode of Acchhi Khabar. Let's begin with the news. The second wave of corona has greatly affected economic activities as well as the normal life during April-May 2021. But it does not seem to have much of an opposite effect on the government's exchequer. The SBI reports research team says that the fiscal maths of the central government seems to be correct due to the status of GST collection and has massive revenue collection from petrol and diesel. In this case, the central government will not need to take any heavy borrowings to compensate for the shortfall in the revenue of states during the current year. However, in the current situation of entire economy, it will be difficult for RBI to speed up economic activities by cutting interest rates. The impact of challenges coming from the inflation front could eventually be reflected in the value of rupee as well. On the other hand, from the GST collection in April and May, it seems that the government may get more GST than expected than this year. Here's some news from the OTT platforms. On Monday, the TVF Media Company announced the new season releases of Pictures, Triplings and Humorously Yours. In addition to it, the company also reveals that Z5 and TVF Originals would now be a merger and run the platform mutually. Under this merger, Z5 will be streaming all the TVF's content on the platform. In the online conference held for the launch party, a character played by Abhishek Banerjee in Pictures mentions that he is unaware about the happenings regarding the content, but the actor has a sure-shot realization and claims that the project didn't happen earlier, he would not become an actor. Moving forward, Indian wrestler Ravi Dahiya dreams of hoisting the tricolour proudly by winning the gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics. Ravi is working hard for this. Ravi, who went to play Poland Open Championship, is currently practicing in Poland. Their preparations are moving in the right direction. Ravi has secured an Olympic quota in the 57 kg weight category. Nowadays, Ravi is practicing for 6 hours daily to increase the pride of the country by winning a gold medal in Tokyo Olympics. Ravi has brought laurels to the country by winning medals many times at the international level. Here's an update from the health sector. The Novavax vaccines are found to be 90% effective towards the virus. The New Delhi-based vaccine maker Novavax has stated on Monday that this COVID-19 shot was highly effective against the SARS-CoV-2 and also protected variants in large study in the US and Mexico, potentially offering another weapon worth fighting in the era where the developing countries are desperate for doses. The finding is particularly encouraging for India since the Novavax has a deal with Pune's Serum Institute of India to manufacture at least 1 billion doses for low and middle income countries. Moving forward, Aamir Khan states that he feels proud as a filmmaker that he could make films like Lagan. The 2001 film was a huge success of the actor's career and recently had finished its 20th anniversary. On this tribute, he shares some memorable memories with the films and states that it wasn't just a film but a journey. He shares that he learned how to make a connection with the audience from the particular piece of work. He further states that he is unaware about how much love will the audience give to his work further, but he'll always try to work hard as he did for Lagan. Sharing his dear memories with the film, he says that everybody traveled together in buses early in the mornings for shoot, and he reminisces listening to Gayatri Mantra with the crew all the way. Now, I would like to invite Aziz for the next phase of news.
Thank you, Vidhi. Let's begin this segment of Acchhi Khabar with the first news. The return of the king to his fortress. Indian Test cricketer Maestro Cheteshwar Pujara shall be returning to the GS Bowl, Southampton, to face New Zealand in the World Test Championship finals on 18th June. Pujara, having scored his first century on this ground, is looking forward to mark his place in the books of history in this final match. Although India has been unlucky with both the results of the two games played here, Pujara has been the man who has shined with his bat on the Southampton pitch. His unbeaten 132 knock against England in the 2018 tour couldn't help India achieve the victory, but surely acted as a step to the paddle for Pujara's glorious Test career. He'll be India's key man in this crucial game. In the next news, we have the film that took India to the global platform. As we celebrate 20 years of the Lagan's release, director Ashutosh Gowarikar explains in an interview how they saw the film reaching global heights in front of their own eyes. Gowarikar explains how Lagan, being one of the only 3 films to have reached the Oscar nominations, has been the most memorable aspect of the film's recognition. The film, that was performing well in the single screens of Delhi and Mumbai, was also getting praises from places like France and South Africa. Gowarikar explains further. He then adds further that Lagan, with its 3.42-hour long runtime, surely remains evergreen in his mind, and he wouldn't like to make a lot of changes in the film. He praised Aamir Khan for playing his role so well despite of Aamir having the feeling of not preparing enough for the role. Lagan has truly been the pioneer of India's presence in global cinema. Coming up next, we have The Toxic Avenger makes a comeback with Kevin Bacon. After 37 years of its initial release, The Toxic Avenger is set to be brought back with Peter Dinklage playing the hero. The latest addition in the cast of this film is actor Peter Bacon, who will be playing the role of the villain in this superhero film. The 62-year-old actor shall be joining the star cast of Peter Dinklage, Jacob Tremblay, and Taylor Page. The plot of the story revolves around a meek towel boy who transforms into a powerful superhero after getting dumped into a vat of toxic waste. He then races to save his son, friends, and community from the forces of corruption and greed. The original Toxic Avenger became a cult classic in the 80s and was expanded into musical productions, children's cartoon series, and Marvel's comics. The film would be a much awaited among all the fans of the franchise. Up next, there is The Shining of the Serbian Beast. Known for his comeback capabilities and resilience throughout his games, Novak Djokovic proved yet another time why he is called the comeback king. The stage was of the finals of the Roland Garros in the city of Paris, and after being outplayed in the first 2 sets by Greek player Stefanos Tsitsipas, Djokovic bounced back and overpowered and outclassed his opponent. This is the 6th time in his career he has managed to pull off such an act. After the Grand Slam title victory, Djokovic has become only the third player of the planet and only the second player in the Open era tennis to win all the 4 Grand Slam titles at least twice in their career. Djokovic has 19 Grand Slam titles to his name and is looking to break the record of Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, who have 20 Grand Slams to their name. The world will be awaiting to see this glory. Moving up next, we have the COVID alarm to help us sleep peacefully. As the world is finding means to fight the COVID-19 virus, scientists from Britain are developing such an alarm that will notify people if they are in a close proximity of any COVID positive person in crowded places. The collective test conducted by the elite scientists of London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine and Durham University had 27 people with mild COVID and 27 people who were COVID negative given socks, and it was checked if the coronavirus could be tracked or not. The results were then recorded but haven't been published yet. The alarm shall track the specific odor of the COVID-19 virus and shall set off when it is tracked in someone is in a periphery. And with this news, I would conclude this episode of Acchhi Khabar. Do join our community and conversations on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube Spaces. Thank you.